Hey guys, Magic Man here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game in the Tier 8 Benson. This is a Tier 8 game, max. I'm actually surprised. And it is a standard battle, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of spotting, and that's probably about it. There are 2 destroyers on each side, there are a fair amount of cruisers, and a fair amount of battleships, so I think 5 on each team. Yeah. Which is actually surprising. Usually it's 5 battleships, 5 destroyers, and 2 cruisers. But that got a little bit mixed up, which is fine. I don't mind cruisers being in the game. I actually enjoy it more when they are there because I get a lot more chances to use AP and rack up some more damage. Because while starting fires on a destroyer or any gunboat is all fine and good, you're going to get a lot more damage using AP on broadside cruisers, and to some extent some broadside battleships, but and some people may not know this either, the higher tier your ship is, the lower chance there is for a fire to start on your ship. So you know, starting at tier 1 and going all the way up to tier 10, the fire chance for each ship decreases. So it's just something to keep in mind. When you're in a ship that really relies on fire damage, if you don't have a whole lot of guns like these destroyers, and you rely on those fires for your damage, then you know, it really hurts the higher tier you go, unless you get more guns. And that's why you see a lot of those light support cruisers and everything. Usually the higher tier they get, the faster rate their gun fires, and the more guns they usually end up with. So there's an enemy Kuchazov, and there is a enemy Benson. So I am actually gonna fire some torpedoes up in here, and then I'm gonna take a shot at this guy. See what happens here. Those look like some pretty good shots. And I should probably zoom out a little bit so I can actually see what I'm trying to shoot at. And oh, there is a cyclone incoming. That is not good. And I am actually still spotted. I'm guessing that Benson's still within my spotting range, because none of these other guys should be spotting me far enough away. And there we go, fall off of detection. And I'm going to be hanging around here just to kind of spot ships. It's a good thing to do for your team on these standard battles when you're in a destroyer. Just kind of stay out in front, spot the enemy ships, try and keep the enemy destroyers away from your team. It's just a good habit to get into. Because as long as you can screen torpedoes for your battleships and everything, a lot of times... Okay, whoops, sorry about that. Some little stupid thing there popping up. But anyways, I think I may go over here and harass these battleships. These are 2 tier 6 battleships, and luckily for me there aren't really any cruisers over here. So I'm gonna harass them a little bit with some gunfire. At least while those cruisers are still over there. And the scary thing here is I'm not quite sure where that Benson's at. He could pop up any second now, which would be bad for me. Okay, and that New Mexico is on fire in 2 places, so I'm actually going to shoot some torpedoes at this Arizona. And in case he decides to turn, just launch another set there. And there's a lot of HE fire coming in on that New Mexico. I'm going to light this Arizona up. Those shots are all gonna miss. Of course they are. Because turned away. Oh! And I'm not quite sure what this Tashkent's doing. I guess just trying to draw fire. I'm not a huge fan of this. Get the heck out of my smoke screen, dude. Because you're attracting a bunch of unwanted attention. And we do actually get a torpedo hit. I'm guessing it's on that Arizona, because he did kind of slow down there as he was turning away. I guess he thought he was angled. Okay, and there's the Benson. Oh, and there... Oh, I was wrong about that. That is the Kuchesov. But there is a Fubuki right there. And that really sucks that there are so many ships here. I need to get the heck out of here. This is a really bad place to be right now. And that Fubuki is actually almost dead. He is still trying to get me. And let's straighten the ship out here. Okay, let's turn away from these shots. Come on. Woo. And everybody seems to have a hard-on for me. Not surprisingly. Typically when people see destroyers, that's typically how they react. And my torpedoes are almost up again. That's Cleveland. Shoot some HE at him, and he is a goner. Took care of him, and that's actually... And nobody's really in range for me to hit him with any torpedoes at the moment. And it really sucks that Tashkent didn't stay out of the smoking spot. It really would have been nice if he would have. Cause I lost a lot of health there because nobody was out spotting. Which really sucked. But it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to try and get in range of this Colorado here. See if maybe we can get lucky and land a torpedo on him. He seems to be driving in a fairly straight line. Let's launch here and here. That ought to cover pretty... Oh, and he dies. Well, that kind of sucked. And I'm actually going to use this island to cover me while I harass this Tirpitz.
Engine boost deactivated.
And I just want to stay away from that Cleveland. And crap, I'm just missing all my shots here. That is what it is, though. So the enemy team is dying one after another. And there's the enemy Benson. I do not have my torpedoes, but that is okay. Maybe I might get lucky and spot him here. Pretty sure he's not going to be expecting me coming around here. Yep. And we get a fire started on him. And that's the end of him. I'm going to go ahead and use a repair to get my engine back. Probably didn't need to use that smoke screen, seeing as how the cyclone was in effect. That was me just being a moron. Typically when I see a bunch of ships, I don't even look to see if I spotted, I just assume I am. And I was actually not spotted there, so that was a really dumb move on my part. I might be able to come back to this smoke and use it though, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, and I'm trying to get in range of this Bayern. The whole enemy team is actually retreating to their base right now. With me being on as low health as I am, I'm actually going to have to find somebody and stick with them. So let's see. This looks... He was about right here. I'm actually going to move up. I'm going to fire some torpedoes here, and fire some here, and then I'm going to bug out. If I get spotted by anybody right now, I'm actually probably going to die. So I just want to stay out of detection range. When a cyclone does kick in, like right now, the reason I'm not spotting any of those enemy ships is because it reduces your visibility to 8 kilometers. Now, things that can still see through the cyclone, though, just like smoke, basically what a cyclone is just a big smoke over the whole map, is radar. and to an extent hydroacoustic, but typically by the time you're in range for your hydroacoustic effect, you're already close enough to spot somebody. So right now, I'm just going to be using other people to spot for me while I stay at range. And we do get 2 torpedoes there. Get 2 hits, which is nice. And it looks like whoever I hit is actually flooding because my damage counter is going up. Okay, so that Tashkent has gotten in range to spot people. I actually want to stay out of that range. Okay. And there's the Bayern. I think that's who I just hit with my torpedoes. Sucks to be him. And I need to get the heck out of here before I get spotted. Okay. That's actually a pretty good range right there. My torpedoes are just about back up. So we're going to go ahead and fire some. We don't want to fire them at. This Tirpitz looks like a straight liner. Fire some there and there. And it's not looking too bad at the moment. Those torpedoes are looking like they're right on target. I don't know if he's seen him or not. Maybe he's just turning because of the coming battleship, but we'll see. And does he get... Yeah, he gets right in between them. What a lucky duck.
Smoke generator started.
I'm gonna go ahead and start firing on him. He should melt pretty quickly. Should, being the key word there. And we get a fire going. Good deal. And there are definitely torpedoes somewhere. Ah, probably from the Miyoko. And nope, those are from the enemy. Well, no, they're definitely from one of those cruisers. I'm not too worried about them. Let's go ahead and switch over to AP here. I feel like I'm in a good range. Oh, and the target gets taken out. So, just about got our torpedoes back up.
Engine boost deactivated.
Somebody on our team got... Oh no, that's somebody on the enemy team got Confederate. And somebody on the enemy team seems very unhappy with their teammates. I can't blame them. They definitely did not play a very good game. I'm almost at 60,000 points of damage, and try not to hit this battleship, but it may happen anyways. Doing a little bit of drifting in my little destroyer. And there is a cruiser kind of YOLOing in this direction. I don't want to see him, because if I get spotted, they're gonna just they're gonna turn into the seagulls from Finding Nemo. They're gonna be mine. They're gonna be trying to kill me. And fire at that Cleveland, but he dies before the shells even land. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get into the enemy base here. They're actually trying to deny the entire area with torpedoes by shooting at all the gaps. And that battleship, yep, down he goes. Sucks to be him. Smart move on his part, though. So, looks like that battleship and that cruiser are retreating away, and the other cruiser is over there on the other side of a friendly battleship that I can't even see right now. I'm trying to just get into range here to shoot at these guys. And I'm going to stop. actually gets me detected, but doesn't really matter much. And the cyclone is just about over. To anybody, if anybody tells you the cyclones last forever, that's a load of garbage. They do actually have a limited duration, but most of the time everybody dies before they're up. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna see if I can get a torpedo run in here on this Arizona before time is up, because he's not going to have very many places to go once the cyclone is over, because there is an island right next to him. Okay, and I think I'm getting about as close as I'm going to be able to get. And if he does decide to turn, I'm going to be ready for that eventuality. But I don't think he's going to have a chance to. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke up here and start blazing away at him. Get in what little damage I can. And I am trying to aim for the front of his ship there, because it looks like the middle of the ship is actually on fire. Let's see if we can shoot at the back of it. See if we can get some damage in that way. Oh! And yeah, he pretty much done for. This Otago is probably going to go about the same way.
Engine boost activated.
And I feel like it's a good time to mention, since this game is almost over, this Benson, the only upgrade I have on it is the hull upgrade. I don't have the range upgrade or the torpedo upgrade, so it's almost a stock ship. The only thing the hull upgrade gives you, which is the B hull, is just a little bit more health. It actually gives you 2,600 more points of health, so if I hadn't had this upgrade, I would have only had 63 hit points left at this particular moment in time. So I'm actually glad I got it. It will save your life. And the consumables I'm running are the premium repair, the premium smoke, and then I've got the engine boost. And that's pretty much all. And that's the game right there with that sinking of the Otago. So yeah, it's kind of a game in a Tier A Benson. On a standard battle, typically all you want to do is get out in front of your team and spot, and then let the enemy destroyers come to you, because typically if you do that, you know, you're going to be further away from his support, he's going to be closer to you, it's going to be easier to land shots on that enemy destroyer for your team than it is for the enemy team to land shots on you. So up at the top of the team there, didn't do anything special, just sunk a ship, and team kind of took care of the rest. And then got quite a bit of damage on that Baron eating those torpedoes, and then got quite a bit of damage on this Fubuki, who actually a flooding, huh? So he actually ate a torpedo from us, and then got some pretty good damage on that Benson when he showed himself. You know, landed a few shots on him, but anyways. Moving on to the next screen here. In a Tier 8 game, actually made 59,000 credits. And with the new patch, the 5.12, anytime I take this ship out, it's going to cost me 75,000 credits, regardless if I take any damage or not. I actually had a game where I didn't take any damage. I just ran around and kept points, and I still had to pay the 75,000 credits for not taking a single point of damage. So regardless if you get shot or not, you're gonna pay that, which is probably a good thing. And anyways, if you like this game, please hit the like button and subscribe, and thanks for watching.